of you are more inspired now than you've ever been before to make the difference in the life of children, making America one of the greatest countries in the world as it relates to educators? By show of hands. How many people are proud to do what it is you do? Fantastic. So let me kind of set some ground rules for you right up front. I am high functioning ADD, and I am not taking my Ritalin this morning, so that means that, listen, it's going to be ongoing, high motivation, high energy. I am not one of those candy-coated speakers. How many of you guys been to in-service trainings where it is absolutely flatline? I mean, from the beginning, the time you sit down, boop, all the way. Anybody ever been there? This is not one of those presentations. So let me warn you, I love what I do. I'm more inspired now than I've ever been before because I understand that what you do matters, that you are important, that you are significant. So today we're going to talk about significance. We're going to talk about what it means to make a difference in the life of kids. I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of evidence-based data. You guys get enough of that. Today is about connection. Today is about presence. Today is about understanding and realizing that you have made the biggest difference in the lives of children and that you are here for a greater sense of purpose. And that when we do this the right way, the reciprocal of that is kids succeed. You know, I love Dr. Coates. His message of enthusiasm, his message of optimism, it reigns right in my spirit because that is what it is about. It is about passion. It is about connection. It is about understanding that we've been given a gift, and the greatest gift is to inspire America's greatest resource, and that is our children. And when we can do that, we become heroes. And sometimes when we look at heroes, we think of heroes as Superman or Spider-Man or Wonder Woman. But a hero is the person sometimes behind the scenes that never gets the credit. Sometimes the heroes are the people who work every day, who never get the thank yous, who never get the attaboys, who never get the acknowledgement that they deserve. But today I want you to realize that you are the ultimate hero because I stand before you as the reciprocal of what happens when education works. See, my standing here today should not have happened, but I'm here because somebody told me that I could. Because so many years ago, a teacher inspired in me and sowed a seed in me that said that anything was possible. And so when you begin to understand that, you begin to realize that you're here for a greater sense of purpose, a greater sense of deliverance of something special to children. And that is amazing. So am I an optimist? You better believe I am. Am I someone who believes the impossible? You better believe I am. Why? Because the fact that I am standing here is impossible, but yet I'm here because you told me that I could. And that's an amazing thing. See, when we look at education, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes we forget the essence of why we do this. Sometimes we get so caught up in the evidence-based data and so caught up in the test scores, which that's important, and we'll talk about the importance of that. But sometimes we forget why we became educators. Is anybody in this room doing this for the money? Of course, it's the money, right? It's the big dollars you guys are making in education. I mean, my God, at the Leona Group, the rumor is, Tony, is that you guys get paid more than any other educators in the country, starting out at $100,000. Am I right or wrong? This is the wrong group? Not the right group, right? Exactly. So the question is, why do you do this? What is the essence behind what it is you do? So I want you to challenge yourself this morning to open up your mind. If I say something that you can use, then I say use it. If I say something that you can't use, totally omit it. It's okay. But the number one thing I want to talk about today are three primary points: purpose, passion, and presence. Understanding why we're here, understanding how do we become repassionate about what we do, and how do we have presence with every child? How do we interact with every child when we show up every day totally present, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally? See, a lot of our children, they suffer from parents and situations in their life where nobody's present in their life. But when you can have a kid who has someone who's present in their life, who believes in them more than they can ever believe in themselves, who sees in them the future of what they can become, that's when you start to have phenomenal change in kids.